Good to be back, all you music lovers out there. It's me, Joshua Sohn, and I'm here back with a new episode. It's episode 74. Today, we're going to be starting a crime action queue today. This is something that I am continuing to hone in my craft for a certain film score that I'll be commissioned for in the near future. It's a crime action film, so no spoilers there, but. I'd like to just keep writing more in this genre to get better at it, so that when the time comes, I am able to, deliver with a bit of confidence and just also with a bit of new skill sets that I'm developing over these streams. So with if you guys are enjoying what you're watching, please do subscribe if you haven't already, and do a share, do anything you can to support. Today we're going to actually use a set of sounds that I found off of the Hallian series, from Hallian 7s, the latest from Steinberg. And I actually wrote something not too long ago for a project, and I ended up having a nice track archive of sounds that I wanted to reuse for this cue. So that's something that we'll be working on today, and then I can kind of give you a little rundown of the sounds that we have. Let me go ahead and color this gray just because I like to make sure it's all uniform. Okay, so what we'll do is let me go ahead and play you a few of these sounds, and as I do this too, this will be nice for me to just get reacquainted. Here we go. I'm going to mute myself. Hey Lloyd, how's it going? Good to see you. Okay, and so those are some pads. And again, I'm kind of just messing around as we're playing through these sounds too, just to kind of get some ideas flowing. Yeah, Lloyd, is going pretty well for myself as well. I've been working on a construction project for a studio, and it's kicking my butt. But we're working through it, and hopefully in the next month we'll be moved in. But there'll be acoustic panels, and it's really exciting. We're actually just wrapping up the acoustic panels, and then there's just little odds and ends to tie up. But I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I should explain also what we're doing. If crime action doesn't ring a bell, if you've watched movies like Heat or Speed, again, these are kind of older movies, but also newer ones. I'm thinking like the Born Identity, Born Supremacies, even like the Mission Impossibles. A lot of those you can consider crime action depending on uh, the style. Like James Bond or Mission Impossible might be a little too iconic and too memorable, so that has its own feel. But I think if we were to think crime action as in like a cat and mouse chase game with police and criminals, that kind of thing, The best movie that comes to mind is Heat, and that's Elliot Goldenthal. Um, Even things like Batman, um, the Dark Knight with Hans Zimmer and James Newton Howard. That also is a great one. Anyways, I'm kind of thinking in that world of things, and that's what we'll sort of channel today. Actually, as we're doing this, if I like a sound, I'm just gonna highlight it right here so that we have something to work with. Um, yeah, there's a lot of great sounds in this template that I started here, and what we could add more. I also have my Vienna ensemble template up here with all my strings and orchestral stuff. But man, so cool. I should kind of mention some of these as we're going. So this is a Skylab. So Skylab's from Halion 7. It's a library from there. Um, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised by what the latest Halion 7 has, actually. Let's get also just kind of disable some of the stuff I'm not going to be using. There's a lot out here. Man, they're all good. I mean, most of them are really good. This is more of a pulse, huh? Let's put that in the pulse section right over here. No problem, Lloyd. Yeah, you do what you got to do. Thanks for coming in and joining for a little bit. Let's see here. Whoa, that is cool. I gotta use that one. It's the unstoppable. What does that say? Unstoppable machinery. This is a FM lab, and this is also a Halion 7. Right here. Man, some good stuff. Skylab, FM Lab. There's also color, lo-fi. Some of this stuff works really well. These are color stuff is from vintage, um, you know, synthesizers, things like that. But I'm thinking that's a little too soft. I need something more aggressive. That is so cool. I really enjoy that one. I'm gonna maybe focus around that. Oh, thanks, Lloyd. Yeah, the track scheme. If you want to see something really fun, I'll show you really quick. So I can actually change these colors on the fly by doing this. Whoop, whoop. So like a macro that I made. So yeah, you know, rather than getting like boring gray colors, you can just recolor them on the fly with a macro. A lot of fun. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna now disable some more stuff that I won't be using. Just kind of a process of elimination here. That's kind of cool. I'll do that one. Very carnival-y. I'm not sure if I want to go that route. That's actually pretty useful. I might use something like that. Instead of deleting it, let's disable it like that. Okay, keep going. Now we're in the synth basses. I really like that one. That one just has a lot of bite to it. It's also really warm at the same time. I bet there's some filtering going on here on this one because this one's really bright compared to this one. I'll keep both of those. Let's keep listening. Okay, and the last section is sound effects. These are all just really different, random stuff that I found really cool throughout the Halion 7. And one of these down here, this section is actually from Strauss sampling, architecture, sound. I actually did a video on them not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago. And I'm a big fan of what they do there too. That might be useful. I think I like that. We can make use of these sound effects in some creative ways. We'll find a spot for that one. That one's cool too. Again, Skylab from Halion 7. That one's cool. That's more like a pitch riser. That we always useful. And then, oh yeah, these bows are really cool too. Check these out. Um, if you're not familiar with this particular library, I'll open it up. It's called Architecture of Sound. It's actually made from sculpted, like one of a kind sculpted instruments from metal and scrap metal stuff that was designed by Martin Tapakov, and then Stress Out Sampling went in and bowed them and did all sorts of cool sounds from just drawing out different sounds from various ways to hit it and get sounds from it. So I really enjoy what they did there. I mean, this is kind of like in the horror genre, but if used sparingly, I think we can try something in that crime drama. So I'll probably use one or two of these. But basically, that's my palette. I don't know about pads. Definitely drums and some of these other things I'll just kind of consider using. And I probably will need some strings. So let's go ahead and get some strings going. Um, I generally gravitate towards the Jaeger stuff for like some kind of action sequence. I actually have been really enjoying the Pacific stuff as well. I'm just debating if I should go individual patches today or if I should go ensemble. I think I'll go ensemble today. Um, yeah. So let's open up these two and we can kind of layer them or we can have one do the melody stuff and sustain stuff while the other is more spiccato. I think that might be a good strategy. So let's turn those guys on. I do remote disabling and enabling, so let's just make sure these are working when I press play. Sometimes it takes a second for it to load. You can hear my keyboard clattering. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's all working great. So there is some strings. I also have just some ensemble, full ensemble. This is like Metropolis. The new 0 that has like full ensemble. Okay, that should cover most of our bass. The only other thing I can think of is drums, and I think drums. I think I can start loading them in a little bit later today. Let's start with just the idea then, and then if I need drums, I'll get to that point. I think now, since we've got our palette for the most part, let's go with the disable or hide disable tracks. And this gives me a little bit of a smaller draw. Um, so now I can think of different things that we can go through. There was a really cool instrument. I'm trying to remember. Was it this organic machine? Or was it this? I think it was that one. So this unstoppable machinery. I'm trying to think. Organic machine. Something like that to center around, I think would be fun. Okay, let's go and get started. First off is let's make a tempo for ourselves now. Also change this guy over here to bars and beats so you can see which bar I'm on. By the way, when you guys are watching this after math, when it's not live, I do actually outline the videos so that you guys can refer quickly if needed to different spots. So I usually will mention like the measure number, and then I'll mention the family of instrument. I might say something like brass at measure 5, and I'll give a timestamp on that. So I try to do that just as an extra thing for all you guys who enjoy the videos and also just want to learn something. And it's actually good for me to do it anyway, so that I can come back to it if I ever need to and be like, what the hell was I doing there? And anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and try a little intro. I might just start with a nice droney sound. Okay, great, great. Let's do that. Let's double check this. Yeah, that's good. Okay, moving on. All right, so let's go ahead and do a loop kind of thing now. Now that I'm more acquainted with what's going on. Oh, one more. There we go. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of a longer intro, but we can build off of that. So this is how many measures? We got about 10 measures. Okay, let's. You know, uh, I didn't mention. I should probably say this sound that we hear in the very beginning is drone, hing, sun, dung. I don't even know what that is. Is it like a Korean word or a Korean name? I don't even know, but it's an interesting sound. I was just like thrown off by all the little nuances. But it's kind of quirky, and let's see. Let's just go with it. Let's see where it goes. Okay, moving on. thinking some drums would be good. Before we add drums, well, actually, let's just go right on the drums. Let's do that. Okay, so yeah, we're kind of doing this in real time today, huh? So let's see here. Let's just do them all the same length. Okay, also the volume is a bit loud, so let's adjust that. Great. I think this will be a nice introduction here, 10-bar introduction, but it does need to build quite a bit towards the end of that bar 10. Okay, so let's go and add more stuff to this. Okay, and for something like this, sometimes I don't like quantizing them. If I play them fairly on the grid, I kind of like a little bit of that push and pull, but I'm gonna do a soft quantize. So let's just 60%. Let's try that. Let's try that and see where we go again. Also, Lloyd asked a question: is this a cue that you're composing for fun, or is it for a film or show? This cue is just strictly for practice. I'm actually going to score a crime action thriller type movie, uh, probably in the fall. So I'm gearing up for that. This is a good way for me to practice and get better, and also get acquainted with different sounds. And that's partly why I want to reuse this sound, this palette over here. right. There's a. It's weird. I hear like a first initial attack, but after the first initial attack, all the other ones that are high velocities aren't very loud. I take it back. I hear that now. So what we need to do is maybe just bring up the volume here, just overall in the gain. And this isn't really a pad at this point. It's under that folder, so I'm gonna maybe change to like a synth key. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, and let's see if CC11 affects anything. It does. Okay, so let's play around with that. All right. Cool, cool, cool. So there is a little bit of drama that we're building up. Let's see. Let's go to another belly type sound. I had it up. Let's see. Where did I put it? Oh, right here in this cube. I might as well move that over. Let's move this down here. So it's right with this other instrument that I copied. Okay, now we can start adding some beef to this part at measure, I think, 4, let's see, yeah, 3, measure 3. I'm going to put a marker right there after the saves. Okay, let's put a marker right there and a marker right there. Okay, so starting at this measure 3, we're going to add some kind of strings, maybe some like a riser, synth riser effect, perhaps more drums, we'll see. Okay, let's so I'm adding some just low strings for now. Low strings with paired with like a pad would be kind of cool. I mean, or drone, low bass drone, something like that. Maybe not. I do like this little string thing idea. It's not nothing too crazy, right? It's going da. Anyways, okay, let's keep adding suspense to this somehow. Okay, one thing I probably should change is this melody needs a gap. So I might have started this too late. Like, so if I move this over here, I wonder how that would sound. Okay, so yeah, I think if it starts right at the bar with the melody, if you want to call it a melody at 3, we will do that low cello thing there. Maybe on the second half at 7, we start to really ramp it up. Um, that's kind of cool. Yes, it just kind of adds some air to it. And then there's a bunch of sound effects that we can start adding at 7. Hey Jake, how's it going? Good to see you, man. I think that would be fun to do is give a bar breather before going into like a new section with drums and really kick up the energy there. Okay, so I really like this sound. Whatever this was, Skylab. Skylab from Halloween 7 again. It's another win. I think Skylab is functions as a granular synthesizer, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, there's some. It comes with a source sample, as you can see, and there's some kind of granular thing. Yeah, you can see how there's grains. So Skylab's a really cool sampler, or a really cool sample library. I mean, all right, Jake. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, things are well. Things are well. I see that you're gonna be starting up your own little Twitch account and doing streams there. So congratulations. Let me know, and I'll try to make it out to one of your streams. I think was it Friday? I saw some Facebook posts about it. Frankly Taliesin. Hey, yeah, put a limiter in the master. Very low sound. Okay. Let's see here. Is it clipping or is it just quiet? Because I do have some limiters here, but it generally just gets louder and louder. What I could do though is I'll put this on. I'll bump it up to like 5 decibels so you guys can hear that better. Let me know. Yeah, I'm just starting to think. Okay, this could also work as a horror cue of some kind, but again, in context with the bigger picture, I definitely will stray a little bit more away from that. I was thinking, yeah, every crime show is a little different, but I'm thinking like one of those darker ones that just something bad's gonna happen. Yeah, DOS streamers unite. Well, yeah. Have you done any live streaming before? I'm not sure. I'm assuming this will be like a new thing for you, but have you been doing it for a while? Um, these streams are quite messy. I would say a lot of technical issues I've ran into in the past, but so far so good. Yeah. If anything, if you need any tips, let me know. Hmm. Seems like there's different sounds that come out of this. I thought they were just pitched differently, but I'll have to listen to these different a little bit more. Right on. Yeah. Well, yeah, and for me, Twitch is pretty new as well. I'm actually using Restream to do this simultaneously with YouTube Live. So yeah, no, and Twitch is awesome. It's just I kind of wish I jumped on it sooner, but I was just so paranoid that things would crash on me or what, and it did. Last episode, everything just crashed on me halfway through. So I'm really hoping that was just a fluke, and we'll see what happens. Okay, let's see. Hey again. Hey Jake. So now you're on Twitch. I can see. Awesome. I see your messages, and the icon switch. So it seems like it's working fine. Great. Let's see here. Um, so we have a nice little intro build up. Let's probably. I think we're at a point where we can start adding a nice riser effect. So let's add that in now. So the one I been gravitating towards. The good people at Fallout Music Group make some great ready to go riser sounds that's fun to just preview through and play. So let's just use one of those and just drop it into an audio clip. Probably this one. Let's put this in a new folder called audio. Okay, and let's do this. I don't know if you guys know this trick, but well, let me go into the audio file first. So I like using this sample start so that you can put it on the grid. So just put it to the part it releases at, and then you can time that with the grid with that little white line there. Let's put that probably towards the end. Let's see here. I'm gonna put a little chopper effect in here and then automate it up. So let's see here. Let's do 16ths, maybe 30 seconds. Let's try 16ths. Okay, and then after that, let's get out of the write mode. Let's time this so it goes off like that. Back to the dry signal. Yeah. After listening a few times, I'm wondering maybe I should change this melody here. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe I should elaborate on that a little more. I'll play around with that. nice. Thanks for the nice picture, Jake. All right. Let's look at the bass drum here. The bass drum, you know, the bass drum's cool. I'm wondering if we put a little sub bass boom kind of with that. We could leave it there and see if that's not gonna be too big of a problem. So this is from that Fallout Music Group trailer toolkit again, volume 1. I'm just gonna play some sounds. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were here in the beginning, Jake, but um, I was thinking of doing something along the lines of Heat from like the 90s, I believe. Really good movie. One of my favorite like crime type movies out there with Val Kilmer and Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. Speed is another one. Anyways, that's kind of the feel I'm going with. Probably leaning more towards like Heat, even like Dark Knight, stuff like that. So now we got to get to a point where we have it hit pretty hard around measure 12. But let's just finish this part out. All right. And while that's saving, let's see here. Oh, I see another comment. Yeah, yes, It's a great movie. I mean, I'm a late bloomer when it comes to certain movies like that, and I watched that like just maybe 5 years ago, and it just blew my mind. It was a really intense movie. Okay, so going to some other ideas. I think this little boom sound works pretty well. Let's listen again. I'm gonna play the kick with that a few times to see what's going on here. So this one. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's hovering around the same frequencies, which yeah, that's why it's masking it, I believe. So I'm not. Maybe what I'll do is just leave it for the end. Cool, cool, cool. Other things, I'm just hearing if like maybe a bass guitar or just some bass will also help with this. But then we'll have to start sidechain compressing. Let's try this. Good question. What are my favorite genres to write in? Man, I'm really digging the more modern approach to film scoring nowadays. Just trying to get better at it, to be honest. But man, I have a really hard or what soft spot. I should say. I should have a soft spot for a lot of the '90s nostalgic films. That's the era I grew up in. So like the Alan Silvestris and of course John Williams, Hans Zimmer's. Uh, there's a special um, feel back in that day era with writing for orchestras in a certain way, and I aspire to get really good at that, but also to be good at the more modern approach. Okay, so let's look at some bass lines or bass patches here. I think I also have some third party ones, which I really dig down here. So I'm going to find one that's has enough playability behind it. Maybe glides. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Um, are you a fan of Trent Reznor then and Atticus Ross? Yeah, I really dig their stuff, and yeah, stuff that is weird. So it's always fun to experiment and go that route. Yeah, uh, you hated their scores at first. Yeah, yeah. It's. I mean, I honestly felt the same way. I didn't. I wouldn't say I hated it. I just thought it was just so different, and it seemed easy, right? Like, it's one of those things. It's like they make it sound so easy, but they somehow can find these sounds and put them together in a certain combination that makes it really special. Yeah, it sure is. I think half of it is just finding the right sounds and, or yeah, sound designing them yourself in a sense. And if once you get that going, um, well, all those ideas start to just flood through. Speaking of finding sounds, this is this part is one of those things that I know is kind of a drag for people who are watching, but I think it's a necessary thing to do. Is just sit down, even for a whole day, just find the sounds that you're looking for. And I'm actually just continuing to add more because now I'm hearing other things. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hey, Alfred, nice for you to stop in. Thanks for checking out my video. Okay, let's see here. Well, I hope it's not sounding too horror right now, but with just the right amount of balancing, I think I can get this right. Let's see here. crime action. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a more dark approach to crime action, right? Nowadays, all crime shows are dark, super dark, with all sorts of taboo themes. What has happened to our society? No, actually, I love a lot of the newer modern stuff. But yeah, it's true. I feel like a lot of the shows just keep getting darker and darker. Anyways, I guess that's why I'm writing in this style too. Sounds kind of like, there's like some what do you call pathological serial killer out there. Okay, so here we go. I think I'm gonna play this back one more time, assess if we can move on. Okay. Yeah, normally I have my chat available, so when I'm playing something I can type, but I'm just using my phone right now to do that. So, because Restream, I don't know if you guys know what Restream is. It's just a platform where you can actually stream simultaneously to YouTube Live and Twitch, but for some reason I can't figure out the way to type in stuff just the way with my rig and how it works. So I have to figure out a way to do that in a more streamlined process. Okay, so with that being said, I think we're okay to move on. There might be like a riser effect that I can layer in, but I think we're good there. All right, so let's go ahead and try this here. We are going to go to drums. So I think at this point, I'm going to segue to loading up some drums now. So let's pull up some damage stuff. Let's pull up some action strike stuff. That's always a good place to start. Let's pull up all of them. Okay, so I have a bunch of these loaded up. Let's go ahead and press my magic button that engages and enables these on. I can show you what it looks like. Let's see here. So this is my slave computer. Oh, it looks like I already have it open. So right here. So as you can see, it's thinking. I press this button, and that's a good sign. If the wheels are turning, you know that it's loading. So yeah, so the action strikes are engaged, as you can see over here. These are turned on as opposed to the ones that are italicized and kind of grayed out. So you'll know that's turned on now. Okay, so over here. let's start with something like that at first. So we can just do that, and we can cut this. Like that. I guess what I should also think about before loading up a bunch of loops is if whether I should go half time or double time. Let me think about that real quick. Actually, I think maybe going double time would be better. And also, I do need to get like a little whoosh sound leading up into 12, which I will do. But yeah, so let's find some 16th note kind of stuff. All right, let's try that one. So many to choose from. I saw your comment, Jake. Yeah, that's true. Damage is like Old Faithful. Let's put that there as a placeholder for now. Yeah, and then let's see here. This is at D1, so I should probably mark or imprint that in. So let's go like that. Okay. Then we're talking about adding a whoosh. And Jake, you hear it a lot in recent anime too, yeah? You're hearing a lot of damage too playing. Is it damage 1 or damage 2 or both? Let's see here. We're going to find some more of these whoosh. So I actually will probably employ some damage to whoosh as well. But let's see what we have here. Not sure if I'll keep this one, so I'll just mute that. And then let's find some whoosh in probably these two over here. Okay, same thing, we're gonna turn these guys on. And let's find some sounds. I think that's it right there. What's been my craziest experience on a project, good or bad? I mean, as far as work goes, I mean, there's everything. Everything is a little unique, I guess, in their own way. Well, I mean, one time my computer crashed and I couldn't load Cubase for some reason, and I was on a tight deadline, and I ended up I think I used a backup computer or something, and that really sucked because like I had to like reinstall a bunch of things, but I ended up delivering on time, but that was really stressful because the computer just stopped working, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just had a backup plan and went for that, and it worked out. Yeah, it's one of those things. Let's see here. We're gonna find whooshes and a riser. I think that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna find some kind of riser sound to supplement with this. I don't really have any loaded in my template. I've been meaning to do that as part of like version whatever number I'm on now. I'll say version 3 now. And in the meantime, I'll just have to just maybe load it in manually. So let's just put it in this folder, and I'll just do it's just a contact. Let's put this under hits. And I think having a rise and hit will just help fill this out a little more too. Orchestral, I think doing a hybrid would be interesting. Let's try this one. That sounds pretty cool. Let's try that. So it's called Symphonic Train. Symphonic Train. And basically I could just copy this one and put this a little lower. Okay. Oh yeah, and also this needs to be longer because this is not like a one shot sample. You have to do it to the length of the hit. Cool. All right, I think that's better. Let's also render this one. All right, cool. I'm thinking with the time here, I might have to split this up into different sessions. So I might come back to this next week with some fresh ears, and hopefully we can finish it up by the next episode. But as you've seen in the past, sometimes I just like to keep going and be like, oh wait, we should add this. So it could be 5 episodes, who knows? But anyways, this is all just a nice R&D lab for me, to just experiment with colors. I think though I have to kind of see where this track is gonna lead. I do want some drums, and I want this to be bombastic here, but also thinking context wise, like if this will be a chase scene, most likely this will be a chase scene. It could be also like a gun, like a shootout kind of thing between the cops and the bad guy. We'll see. Cool, cool, cool. I think last but not least, we should go ahead and add like just a strong kick sound. That's nice, a little placeholder holder with this taiko thing. I'm not sure um, if it should be that busy per se, and if I should let other instruments play the busier stuff. But I'm gonna play around now with just drums. Jungle Beat Horror Mafia. That's kind of funny. Yeah, yeah. We'll keep that up. Yeah, this Jungle Beat's kind of interesting. Um, I'm wondering if I should do more like a damage sound, but I kind of like this jungle thing. Let's just keep going. All right, I think we have a nice little bed that we can build off of for other things in most likely bass and strings now. So let's start there with bass. Actually, one thought I had in mind, I think I'm going to have to do a sidechain compression before I forget. Let's put it in the group channel. And yeah, I think just a normal sidechain compression will be fine. Let's go something like that. And then with one of these hits, probably, let's see here. Probably this here. Or this one. Or both. Let's do it on this one first. So this is coming from this channel. We're going to add it over here. Call it a sidechain. Why do I have so many sidechains? That's very interesting. I don't know why there's so many. Maybe when I engage the... Yeah, it's probably when I was engaging the EQ thing. That's probably what happened. Anyways, okay, so going over to here. Actually, it's this one. Let's turn off the delay there. I think somewhere over here we got reverb. Let's see. I forget where that is in the Zebra. Okay, I see it right here. So we're gonna just turn it off. Remove, or let's see, is there a way to turn it off? Let's just deactivate. Okay, no more delay. Great. Oh man, that side chain is really strong. That's what's throwing me off. Okay, so it's working. As you can hear, it's engaging, and I need to probably bring it up there. Yeah, the threshold's too low, and the ratio probably can go down. Actually, let's keep this on. I should probably record something, and then we can uh, see this in action. But let's try it. Sorry, I kept pressing different buttons. I'm going to mute myself here. So let's hear that and just make sure that we're not doing so much gain reduction. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Anyways, it's throwing me off, and also I'm not playing it that great, but I gotta figure out holes where I can fill this in. Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing exactly here, but I think if we can get this right, we can put this back in with the drums and mix that better with the side chain that I'm doing right now. Okay, and then we're gonna give back a little bit of saturation with the high cut that I did. So let's put a little bit in there. This will also make it louder. Cool. All right. And then the last thing for today is I'm just going to come up with a string riff here. And I think this will start to shape into something. I mean, it already is, but I think having some action strings just really bring it all together. So let's do some Jaeger strings. And let's do some spiccato.